Okay, so welcome to the garden from my childhood, everyone. This is my, frankly, absolutely wonderful garden that I've spent many hours with my brothers playing in, Sorry if there's a bit of wind, guys. It's pretty windy in England today. I'm back in England. My 30th birthday yesterday, so happy birthday to me. And I wanted to talk about algorithm updates. And I normally don't make videos about this because I don't like to stir the pot. I don't like to make things worse. So, but this time I've decided to make an exception, and I am going to make a video about this algorithm update. Not because I think it's a particularly special algorithm update, but because I can see that the wording of the blog post from Google is causing panic among my viewers. So let's talk about it. Now, I will tell you right now, I have read every single Google update for the last 8 years, something like that. And if you actually compare them word for word, this algorithm update is pretty much no different from any of the others. They are always saying that their goal is to reduce spam, to try and reduce people ranking who are purely trying to rank. And they always, at least for the last 3 to 4 updates, they've always kind of slipped in words that could be construed as being about AI content. So this is the thing that everyone's talking about. Every single time there's an algorithm update, people start panicking, people start saying AI content is now dead, you cannot rank with AI content anymore, blah blah blah. Another thing they start doing is they start looking, within 2 days and expect changes to have already happened. Now, I'm here to tell you that you need to calm the hell down, okay? I wanted to use a different word, but hell will do in this situation. Calm the hell down, okay? There is no need to panic. Now, you might see a drop in your rankings, okay? That's perfectly possible. It can happen. A particular article might be decided by Google that particular article is no longer up to their standards according to the algorithm, whatever it might be. The likelihood that you're going to go from 100 clicks a day to 0 clicks a day because you've only used AI content is practically zero. Now, I have not seen a single change yet. The reason is these things take up to a month for you to even start to see an effect, okay? So my first piece of advice is don't start panicking and don't start changing things. Now, I'm gonna give you a theory that I have. I've never been able to confirm this, but this is just a theory, okay? What I personally think they do is they release these algorithm updates and they look to see who is making changes, and then they say, oh, that person there must be an SEO, that person there is abusing our system, that person there is creating content specifically for search engines, because they've now changed the content according to the wording of our blog post, okay? So if you don't know, they release a blog post, I'll leave a link to it in the description, that every time there's an algorithm update, they release a blog post, they explain what the algorithm update is, and I actually think it's bait. I think it's fishing bait to try and get people like me, although I don't ever personally do this, and other SEOs, other people who have websites, to panic and change all of their content. Because if you think about it, if you change all of your content now, 2 or 3 days after the algorithm update, you're basically admitting to doing all of the things in the blog post that they say that you shouldn't be doing. Just logically, that's what you're doing. You're admitting to Google that you are breaking their rules, because otherwise, why would you then change? Why would you have changed all of your content? So my first piece of advice is don't panic. Wait and see. 3 months is kind of the amount of time that you should wait before you start making heavy changes to your website, okay? Do not start changing everything now. Give it a little bit of time. Let the dust settle, and then you can revisit. If you've taken a significant 80% hit, 90% hit, then you can redo the content, change the content, whatever it might be. Now, another thing in this particular update that I want to talk about, which I think they've said for years that this is the case, but maybe they're finally going to actually make this happen, where a domain can hold particular contextual relevance for a particular keyword just by having that keyword in the domain name. Now, they've been saying for 10 years that having a keyword in a domain name has no effect on SEO. That is bullshit, okay? It's absolute bullshit. I know hundreds of websites that are ranking for a particular keyword because it's in the domain, and they don't rank for anything else, or they hardly rank for anything else. This isn't a new thing. This is something that SEOs have been talking about for ages and ages and ages, and it's something that apparently isn't supposed to work, but has been working for bloody ages, okay? And I cannot see how they're going to stop that from happening. And I'll be very, very curious to see if this is the update where they actually manage to stop that. Now, I hope they don't, because I don't think it's a particularly bad thing, okay? I know of one example website, I can't talk about it because we're NDA and blah, blah, blah. They have a keyword in just as the domain, and they rank for that in America, and it has they rank number 1, and it has 20,000 searches a month. Now, they actually deserve to be there because they're a 10-year-old website. They've been working in this niche for ages and ages, and they deserve to be there. So I think for someone like that, I think this update could unfairly punish them, because in my opinion, they are deserving of being number 1 for that keyword, but it is what it is. You know, it's kind of hard, and to be honest with you, I don't think they're gonna hit the nail on the head with this update either. Now, another thing they're talking about is expired domains. Apparently, again, I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this off. I don't know how they're going to do this. Apparently, what they're trying to do is to remove the power from expired domains. There is an entire industry in SEO based on expired domains, finding expired domains, selling expired domains to SEOs, all of that. So I think it's pretty risky of Google to attempt this. I don't even necessarily think it's necessary, because I don't think it's a bad system where I can buy an expired domain and then create a website or a business on that expired domain. I think that's totally fine. Now, one thing I will say that I do think is potentially harmful to the ecosystem of SEO is buying an expired domain and redirecting it to your website. Now, if they can stop that transferring juice, I think they should go for it, but I don't think they should remove the advantage of using an expired domain instead of a normal domain for normal SEOs. I think that's stupid. So there's quite a lot to cover. I think you should read the algorithm update yourselves, but read it with a pinch of salt. Don't just read low-level content, spam, AI content. That's not how it works, okay? The same that has been true for the last year, the last 2 years, the last 10 years, will be true tomorrow, will be true in 3 months, will be true in 5 years. Good content ranks on Google. It doesn't matter if AI produces it, doesn't matter if it's specifically produced for search engines. What matters is that people are willing to click and read that content. Just like YouTube, this video will only do well if people click it and people watch it for long enough. It's exactly the same thing, okay? I could have made this video and I could have just chatted absolute crap for 10 minutes. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't, I don't know. But based on what the content is, the content of the video is will kind of suppose how well the video will do. So if I've done my job and I've explained things well and people are listening, then the video will do well. If I've just chatted and yapped, as someone commented yesterday saying I have a PhD in yapping, thank you for that, really appreciate that. I think I do have a PhD in yapping. I'm definitely a yapper. But if I've just yapped the whole time, the video will tank, the video will not do well. It's exactly the same system with written content. If you're writing crap content with no images, no tables, just a wall of text written by ChatGPT 3.5, you're not going to rank, and you wouldn't have ranked anyway a year ago. So people are panicking and saying it's the end of AI content. It's really, really not. This is the beginning of AI content. I'm telling you that right now. Sorry about the wind, guys, but yeah, this is my childhood garden. This tree here was planted for my granddad and my grandma. That's probably going to make me cry, so I probably shouldn't talk about that. Very, very close to my granddad. And yeah, this is the garden that I grew up in. It's absolutely beautiful. The beach is 10 minutes away, but I mean, you have to have very, very thick skin to swim in the beach in the North Sea. So I wouldn't recommend it necessarily. Maybe while I'm here, guys, tomorrow I might do a video by the beach just to show you. It's not like, don't expect like Los Angeles kind of California beach. It's a huge expansive beach, but it's feckin' freezing. So yeah, that's kind of the end of that, guys. That's my video on the algorithm update. Please do not panic. Please do not change all your content. Please do not send me 50 messages saying AI content is dead, have your websites tanked, anything like that. I have not seen even a 10% drop on any of the 40 websites that I'm working on. Mostly because it's too soon. Maybe in a month we will see that 10%, but it's way too early to tell. So stop panicking, stop reading things online, and just get on with making good content. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you very, very soon with some more content. Peace out.